Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Dad, and today I'm going to show you a really quick HTML CSS trick that will help you manage your containers better with padding and width. I've seen a lot of my students and a number of people I work with that create a container and want to add padding to it, but then because there's 100% width on it, it goes beyond the elements it's inside of and breaks our layout, and it also creates a horizontal scroll that we want to get rid of. So for starters, let's build our HTML structure out here and show what I'm talking about. Create our div. We're going to call this one container. Inside our container, we're going to create another div called headbar. It's going to be the header of our page, and that's going to be the element that we put something inside. It's kind of a title spot on the top of our HTML page. I'll call it my headbar. And now we have our structure in place. We're going to go through and add our CSS to get this built out how we want. So add our body tag. We're just going to zero it out. Add a background color so we can see the difference between our background. We'll add a light gray. It's one of my favorites. And height. We're just doing this to set our bases. Then we'll come into our container. We're going to center up the main container, 90%, and then to officially center it, we will add our margin. Let's add a little space off the top and bottom with 25 pixels. Now let's add our headbar. We'll make it a white background color to offset our gray, just so we can see the difference between the two. One too many here. And then we'll give this also width of 100% so that it spans the full space of the container it sits inside of. Now if we go take a look, we get this headbar on the top of our page. Now what we want is to have spacing around the span inside of our headbar. And usually we just add padding to an element. But if we go and do that to our headbar, let me show you what this does. Back here. Now that added the spacing, but if you also look, it added space that pushed it off of our page so that it's bigger than the space of the page. The reason for this is because our headbar is 100% of the container plus 20 additional pixels. So this is something that we need to solve by adjusting our structure and our CSS just slightly. To fix this, we're going to take the padding off of our headbar. And inside of our headbar over here, we're going to add another div called inner. This is a very common practice that a lot of dev groups will do to get the desired result for their elements and their inner spacing. So now we have an inner on that div, and now I'm going to create my inner class over here. And we will simply add our 20 pixels padding from before onto that element. And now when we hit it, we get the spacing we want. It didn't expand our element outside of its parent, and we no longer get a horizontal scroll that was messing up our page in the first place. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. Follow along and subscribe to TechieDad Digital on YouTube, and also check out my website techiedad.com, where I'm going to be doing code crumbs and tutorials about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Also going to be doing some great digital and fun inventions along with games and other things. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.